Welcome, welcome everyone. We'll just take a few minutes to allow everybody to come in. I see the attendees, it's going up 17, 19, 24. So I'll just give a few minutes for everybody to log on, make sure you can hear us and see us, and then we'll start. So as you're joining in, you'll notice that you have a chat option. If it's not showing up on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see it at the bottom in the little toolbar. So you can just click chat. And throughout the sharing and the presentation, both for Jody's and the one from our team members, feel free to ask any questions. Hi, and welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions or add your comments. Just make sure if you look at the bottom where it says to and then colon, just make sure you select everyone. That way everyone can benefit from the gems that are shared, your questions, the answers. That way we can keep it all just gathered in one place. Wonderful. Hi, hi. California. Good afternoon, Leslie, Sarah, Michelle, Angelique, Kendra, Susan, hello. Wow. Oh, Puerto Rico. Toronto, Alberta.
Qué bueno.
Yeah, getting exotic. 46. I think we had like 120 registered participants. I know some registered but couldn't be here today. It'll allow us to send them the recording, but we'll still wait for the numbers to go up just a bit. Leslie, minus 37. Yes, I'm in the mountains and that's what it is here today too. Guess Jody's not at minus 37. She's in Texas, right?
Where am I? It's 52 today. It's pretty kind of cool for us.
52. How much is that in Celsius? I always get mixed up in the US, the Fahrenheit is like 20, 25?
It's probably about 20.
20, eh?
Maybe less.
Like summer, not sweater weather. Sweater weather.
Well, no, sweater weather.
Yeah.
Just not sweating weather, but
sweating weather.
For sure.
Right.
It could be both. Totally be both here.
Oh, hi, Bonnie, Sebastian, Florida. Wonderful. Yes, it's about 20. 20 is about 68, Anne says. See, we have some, okay. It's nice to cross the US with the Canadians. Santa Barbara, California. Wonderful. Thanks, Suzelle, for tuning in. You're driving, but you're listening. That's perfect. Rabia, for your daughter to log in by clicking the link and just entering the passcode, she should be able to. Let me see if I can share a clickable link here in the chat. Thank you for your patience to everybody else.
Oh, so it's 9 degrees Celsius here right now.
Oh, that's definitely sweater weather. Sweater weather. Wow.
Yeah. Sweater weather. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I don't know if some US or even Canadians like, it's a certain reference, right? Because this was back in the 90s on SNL.
Yes, I love that sketch.
Daniela too? Yes. So it's cross-generational. Okay, so we have chances of people knowing what we're talking about. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. I love it. Thank God. Thank God it's sweater weather.
So I sent the link here. Can you, it looks like it's a clickable link. So let's see if your daughter can use that, dear. And if not, not to worry. There's already 50 attendees. There's going to be great questions. We're really going to offer a thorough presentation. So with the recording, you should be really, really good. And if there's anything after that, you can always write to us, right? At info@legaleriste.com. And we'll answer any other questions you may have. So, and for the participants, there's actually only our cameras showing up just to make it easier to manage for us today. And since we're going to share the recording afterwards on YouTube, so the other cameras aren't showing up, that's why. But you can definitely pin the person who's speaking. So as everybody goes through and shares, you can pin them to the main screen. That way you can see them. You have to focus on them. I believe if you click, yes, if you on the top right, you'll see a little word, it just says view. So if you click here, you'll see my view and you can check either speaker, gallery, or immersive. So I suggest probably the speakers, since our speakers are going to share their screen, at least our team members, Daniela and Sandrine. Okay. All right, so I think we'll start. And anybody else can just join in as they come. So thank you again so much for being here, everybody. It's always such a joy to have our community, to feel you guys right here with us. And so today, newcomers, it's so good to have you, and just know that you're part of the family now. And so what we wanted to share with you today is just some basic tools on how to navigate your portal, how to make the best of everything we have to offer. Daniela has such a great way of explaining things. It's simple. She has a soft, soothing voice. It's easy to follow, and you'll recognize also her from all the YouTube videos that we have, where she also goes through all the steps in explaining what each tool does. So just because we already have some video tutorials that go more in depth with every single option you have on the portal, she won't go into as many details today, but we're still going to do a broad overview and give you a visual, and also show you a few new features that have been added recently for which we don't yet have the tutorials. Then Sandrine, our lead designer, is going to share some tips and tricks, all related to design, of course, image quality and requirements. She's found new ways to present your photos so they can be printed in the highest quality possible, and just has a few hints for you that way. So she will share that. And before we move on to our team members and what they're going to share, like we were saying before, you can use the chat at all times to ask us questions. And Daniela and Catherine is here with us as well. We'll answer you directly there. And yes, I think that's it for now. So now, oh yes, we have a special treat, of course. As you see right here, we have our beloved and cherished artist, Jody. So Jody has been La Galeriste for a while now, and we thought it would be nice because she's quite a successful artist, actually very successful. And we really love connecting with her and collaborating and co-creating, as it's been showing us so many different ways you can use your wearable art and the way you can approach it. Right? Every single artist has their own journey, and we like to have the artist come talk to you firsthand, because it can inspire you as to the direction you can take, where you can start, and just remind you that there is a way to make this really amazing for you and to tailor make it to your unique colors, right? So presenting Jody, I will let her take the floor. Is she in your mic? Yes, perfect. All
Well,
right.
hello everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. I have to say that having the opportunity to share my art as wearable art has been such an amazing journey for me thus far. I think I got an email from you, Daniela, a couple of years ago. And I got the email and it was like, would you be interested in sharing your art and making it wearable art? And when I got the email, I was kind of hesitant. I was like, what is this? And, is this a real thing? And, is this another scam or scheme? So I sent her an email back and she responded immediately. So I already knew you weren't a bot, but an actual person. And every question that I had, she was responding. And I thought, why not give this a try? So I uploaded, I think I had 2 artworks that I uploaded. And I love Frida Kahlo. And that was one of my first things that I uploaded. And I ordered, I think, the kimono just to give it a try. And I was so surprised. Every time I would wear my kimono somewhere, people were stopping me. Where did you get that? How do I get that? Is this in a store? Where can we find it? And I was really kind of like blown away that it would have that much of an impact, that art is not just something that really, transports us to some place when we see it on a wall, but even that same feeling, that empowerment or that joy when we're wearing it as well. And so I think I just started kind of slowly, and then as I was ordering, I started moving up in the levels. And when you move up in the levels, you have more opportunity to have more silhouettes, more art opportunity to place on things. And that's just really kind of how it started to grow. And by doing that, I thought, well, how else can I share this work? How can I make this fun? So I started, doing a few TikToks and doing reels, or which is what we can use on Instagram and Facebook. And that's really where sharing work right now, it seems to be going with the reels and videos. It's you can do funny things, you can do fun things, you can do also, I like the idea of a video because you can actually see the movement of things. So to be able to see the transparency of the kimono when I'm turning and moving is much better than just seeing it on a photo. So and I think the photos are nice too, but it's nice to have that variety and to try things out. Also for those photos and videos, I think all of us have at least one friend, girlfriend, child, niece, nephew, somebody who would be happy to take some pictures of you. And that's what I just started doing. I'd go somewhere, I put a few things in my bag, and then we'd show up and I'd be like, oh, before our coffee comes, would you take a couple of pictures of me and my kimono, or would you take a couple of pictures? And that makes great advertisement right there. Tagging your work, tagging it at the place that you're eating at or having your coffee at, tagging the galleries to then sometimes share that. It's just this circle that grows. And that I've just found that really inspiring and encouraging as well.
Yes, and I feel like, Jody, I feel like this is really good, if I may, like it, I think what people appreciate is when you're just yourself, So for you, it comes very naturally, right? You have that natural pizzazz and you like to move and you like to, just the spontaneity. Right. And then by sharing that, like very naturally, sometimes we have our own barriers in our minds of like what it should look like, or it has to be a professional picture like this or like that, like, right. But I find that the reaction has been like for different artists that I've noticed since I've been here, that so long as they share it with their own flavor, that's what works,
That's
and using
exactly
the channels
right.
they like. Yeah. Would you agree? Yeah.
And that's what we should be, we're all unique. And there's a place for each one of us. There's a place for my art, just as there's a place for your art. You may do landscapes or animals, and I might do, Frida and butterflies. There's a place for all of us. And that just being able to connect and be ourselves and have fun. I think that's what I just realized. It's like, life's too short. Just have fun. Yeah. You want to put music on and dance. Okay, just do that, just
that's
have
right.
fun.
That's right. That's right. And I think you're wearing one of your, if you want to show a little bit, eh?
I am. I'm wearing the, this is the April combo. I just ordered this and I have to say, I love it. It's one of my new things. Now I was like, what is a combo? Why does it say combo? It comes with a white undergarment. I put a black one underneath this. And that might be nice to have a choice. Galleries people to have a choice of the undergarment.
Right here. Direct line to the designer.
Right, I know. Direct, right? It's Thierry, if you're listening, whoever can make those decisions, to have the option of a black or white undergarment. It's lovely. I love it. I'm finding that I can do so many different things with the new styles that
Yes.
that are coming up. So I really love that.
Yes. And there's more to come. There's
And there's
more to
more to
come
come.
very,
I
very
know.
soon, eh? Yeah.
Yes.
New collection coming out and the
That's
next
gonna
few
be great.
months and some springtime gems as well. So that's gonna be great as well. Yeah. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Beautiful. Let me just see if we have ladies, do we have anything that you maybe have noticed were specifically for Jody, or they were wondering if that was your artwork, Jody? So I'm happy we asked you.
Well, yes, thank you.
I think it's good for now. And do you find, how are you finding the tools right now? Like, do you feel like you need to be super tech savvy, or do you feel like, where we are right now, the improvements are helping you? Like on the day-to-day, your experience, like in the backstage of things when you're preparing your new designs and things like that, like how is it for you? Do you find that it's quite clear and?
Well, the just within, I think we were talking a little bit before we started about over the last 2 years, the growth. And I can tell you that having uploaded my work 2 years ago and now uploading my work, it's a big game changer. I do think the new portal is simplified. I like that I can upload one artwork and then maybe choose 5 artworks and 5 pieces, or 1 artwork and 30 different designs.
Yes.
That's really been very nice. I've noticed just over I think in the new year, that there's been some other opportunities too. So you can either choose, is it a painting, a portrait, abstract? You could do that before, but now it's actually even clearer how to step through that process, much more clearer.
Wonderful.
So I do think it's not a difficult thing to get in there. I think it's pretty explanatory as you go, but also just playing around with it is the best way to feel more comfortable.
Yeah, which ties into the fun aspect of it all, right? And we hear that all the time, even before it isn't an extra source of income, and we want to be that bridge for you into the fashion world, but we do hear quite a bit. It's fun. And Thierry was saying it the other day too, like they are having fun and they want to continue having fun through what lights up their heart and this creative play, So I'm happy to hear you say that. Yeah.
And when it even, so I just tried the other day to do, I actually sent Danielle a message because I was like, I'm trying to use the text, you guys shared about this new opportunity to put text on our artwork, but I'm clicking on this text and it's not working. And then as I did it, I realized that was an option to say, this artwork is basically text, not to add a text. But within a few hours, Danielle was responding to me as, no, it hasn't come yet. That's just, so, I mean, if you're not sure, you can always send that chat, which I actually really like the chat option too. It makes it a lot easier than having to go and send an email. You're already online, you're already right there. Just to send a quick little chat. You guys, I think normally you're responding within a day. For sure.
Yeah.
So, that makes it very simple as well.
That's good to hear. And it ties into the vision that we have and where we're moving through, even as we speak, getting new team members on board to help us also manage the high demand and be able to serve you better like every single person have really a nice tailor-made service, where we can really answer your questions the way you need us to and the way we enjoy doing it. Right. And so that's going to change. And also we're looking into even improving what we can offer through the chat. Right. Because we often refer to Daniela with the GIF, like when we're typing, it's like the kitty that's going like this, like that. So she is very, very efficient, and we try all to be, but we would definitely like to have more options and tools to allow us to, to do that in a way that is even more manageable and gives you even more service if you need it, like right now, right? But it's nice to hear, Jody, that you feel that even if you have a question that's kind of like right now, you do get an answer quite fast, and we appreciate that. We always do our best to do that.
I think that's one thing that's really makes a big difference when you're able to actually talk to people, even if it's not in real time, like right away where you're in a chat, but just to be able to send out a question, know that it's being read by someone, know that they're understanding your, situation. So that makes this community of people and you guys trying to serve everyone and make everyone feel, special and unique. It's definitely makes a big difference. That's what we all want.
We like that. It's like heart like this. Thank you so much, Jody, for taking the time to share like this. I think it sparked nice comments and already some inspiration. And I see Catherine and Daniela answering questions at the same time. So this is really wonderful. Perhaps it's the perfect time to let Daniela take the floor and start sharing you, or practically speaking, what are we talking about and what can you do on your portal?
Sure. Just before I start, I just want to say, like, there's a lot of questions going on in the chat and we're trying, like, with Catherine to answer as quickly as possible. But if please, there's anything that we didn't answer on the chat because of all the messages, please write to team at legaleriste.com. Please, I'm going to write it on the chat, or Julie can write it, and we'll answer you as soon as possible, just so the questions don't go, unanswered. So we're just gonna go quickly through the portal that you guys, I'm probably sure that you went through already at least once, but I'm just gonna do a quick overview of what happens there. So I'm just gonna share my screen. It won't be long.
Take your time, Daniela. It gives us time to catch up on.
I think it's questions. Because in my preferences, it wasn't like the access wasn't granted, but I think
is it now?
I think yes. Can you see my portal? Yeah, it works.
Yes, we can see.
Amazing. Okay, great. So this is my test portal that I use. Sometimes, let's say you're asking me some questions and I want to run some tests. It's just my portal, but it's not necessarily the most fashionable and prettiest. It's just some test artworks, but it's gonna be useful for the purpose of today. So as you can see, once you're logged in on your portal, you have a few sections here at the top, and you have your dashboard here at the right. So when let's say we mention your my product section, my art section, this is what we're referring to. The left side menu is here the categories that you have for products and artworks on the left, and here are all the options that you can do with your products. So quickly, I'm in my product section. And if I want to do any action with a product, the first step would be to select it simply by clicking on select product. So let's say here I selected the Furoshiki gift wrap, and here are the options that I have once I have selected the product. Either I can purchase it at artist price, I can publish it on my storefront if it wasn't published yet. I can ask for a design touch-up, meaning that if I don't like how the artwork looks, I can request for a change so our design team can do any modifications that are possible. They take care of it in 2 business days, I think, right now, and then we get our new designs, and we can download a PDF presentation that I'm gonna show you in a bit. And if I just don't like the design at all, I can just move it to the trash. And the request new designs is not related to a specific product. It's just to make a new design request. I believe you guys maybe have done only the first design request, that was when you submitted your art for the first time. But then if you want to make a new design request for new artworks, new products, you would have to click on request new designs here. And you would have the new relatively new form that we have for request new designs. So you would have your artworks that you have previously uploaded here at step 1, or be able to select new ones from your desktop or your computer. And it would prompt a window for you to select your artworks, and then it would be added here. And at step 2, you can either select one of the product packages or go through any products that you want really. By clicking on the category, you would have access to bigger images of the products, and they would be added then to your design request. So I'm just gonna quickly select an artwork here, and then at step 2, I'm gonna just select a product, and oops, and it's being added here. And I can just add it to the design request. And I can do that with up to 30 new designs, basically. All of this is explained in a video. So if I went through it too quickly here, you can always refer to the video, and it's gonna be, you can look at it at your own pace. Then we're gonna go back to the dashboard here, and I'm gonna first click on the product again, and we're gonna see what the purchase at artist price looks like. It means that the product has been added to your cart. So it might take a few seconds, and then it's gonna be here, added to your cart. I had a few other products here hanging around in my cart, but basically it's been added here, and you can just update all your billing, shipping information, and add your quantities, and then you can add it here and agree to the terms and conditions, and you place your order. All of this, again, it's explained in the video, so you can check it out later. We go back, and let's say the product wasn't another product that I want to add to my storefront. I want to publish it. So this is, Mary, I think you asked this question. It's to basically publish your products on your storefront, so they're available for purchase on our transactional website through your link. This is how you receive your royalties, and you have access to your own little page where your clients can purchase your products. So you would just click on publish to my storefront and read the terms and conditions, and you agree to publish. And here, once you do that, you're automatically bumped to your my storefront section, and you can see what your storefront would look like. This is mine, not super pretty, not too many products, but it's good for now. And basically here you have a few options. Once the product has been added, you can either unpublish it by clicking on the little I. So it's gonna ask you like, are you sure you wanna unpublish it? Either you can move it around in the sequence of your product. So let's say I wanna send it to the bottom. I just send it to bottom, and it's gonna appear here. And I can also add it to a collection if I want. Let's say I want to add it to a collection that I had here. I'm gonna either, oh, it's been added before, so maybe like I'm just gonna remove the product or add it to a new one. Again, this is all explained in the videos, so if it's not clear, you can go through it after. And then we're gonna go back to my products here. This is always gonna be like your base, basically, like whenever you log in onto your portal, that's where you're gonna land. So it's just like your landing page, your main area where you're gonna work. And then if you wanna take a look at your already uploaded artworks, you're gonna go to my art, and all of your artworks will appear here. And you have a few options also here. If you see, if you click on see products, you're gonna access all the products associated with this specific artwork. And again, you're gonna be redirected to my products here. And all of the artworks, all of the products associated with this artwork are gonna appear here. As you can see, it's filtered on the left menu. Then if I go back to my art, I can also edit the artwork information, like the name, the style, technique, the thread color. Some people don't know actually, but you can change the thread color that you want to use for your products to be sewn with. So it's like maybe a little bit hidden, but you do have that option at the beginning of the process when you upload your artworks, and you can always change it after if you were not happy. So let's say here, I decide that my products I want them to be sewn with a black thread color, then I'm just gonna click on the black square, and it says here that updating the artwork information, we're gonna update the new orders. So if you place an order and then you change the thread color, it's not gonna change it, but it's gonna affect the new orders. And then I save.
Thanks for specifying that, Daniela, because
Yeah,
we see a lot of that at customer care.
I know there's just like tiny little details like that might not be super obvious, and basically this is what we do. Like, this is why we do this type of webinar, also to like go through these little details and for people to know what they can do with like all the tools that we have. Then you can delete the artwork if you want, and that's gonna also move to trash all of your products. And lastly, you can unpublish an artwork. So all of the associated products will be unpublished from your storefront. That's that. And lastly, my orders section. Here, you're gonna have just like basically an overview of all your orders. It's gonna have your retail orders, basically everything that's been placed through your storefront. You have your numbers and the name of the person who bought it. We can't give you much information because of security reasons. But if you ever want to know what was ordered in a specific order, you can email us and we can let you know the SKU of the items that were ordered. You also have the status. Let's say if you want to check for one of your clients, if it was shipped or anything, you can have that information too. Then wholesale orders, those are going to be your own orders, anything that you placed through your portal at artist price. And then comment orders, these are your design touch-ups. That's the section where you requested for any modifications. Any request has a specific order number, and this is the order number basically associated with that touch-up request. And then top products here, I don't have anything because I didn't make any sales, unfortunately. but if you made any sales, this is where it's gonna show up. Any like your top products, like your top selling products that are gonna be here. And this is a cool tool to know what's selling, what's not, to know what to focus on. Let's say if you see like 5 scarves are in there, well, your scarves are pretty popular, and that's probably a product that you should promote and invest in. That's for the sections here at the top. We went through the little dashboard here also. And I'm just gonna also, well, if I add a product to the design touch-ups, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You can access this section always by clicking on the little pencil here. And you can basically select any options and write your own comments as well. And at the end, send it to design. All of this, again, very well explained in the videos if you have any questions. Well, I don't need to make any comments right now, but and then one of the coolest tools for me, I love this tool actually. I think it's super practical for so many reasons. You can select your products and you can download a presentation either with prices or no prices. So if you download, let's say with no prices, that's going to be just like a cool promotional tool for like, if let's say you're launching your line and you want to send a quick email to all your contacts or in a newsletter, you can just, put your PDF, show your public what your new products look like without like necessarily showing all the prices and everything, and they can see the prices once they land on your storefront if they want. But it's just like, I don't know, I love this tool. I think it's like super practical. So basically it's gonna just open up a PDF and you can save it. Here, it's probably gonna give you automatically the save as PDF option, but if not, if it's like directly to your printer, you can just change it to save as PDF. And that's it. It would save you a PDF with your cover image that you have on your storefront, your artist name, let's say I had a little bio that it wasn't really my bio at the time, but it was for Black Friday. You can also change that in your storefront. And yeah, that's for the PDF presentation, and you can do the same thing with the prices. Lastly, oh, I just wanted to mention one thing because a few people have asked that. Julie, tell me please if I'm going over time or something.
No,
but
you're good, because I think it's really useful. And we're getting
okay.
a lot of questions. So even if
I know
there's
I'm
no
talking
pause
a
before
lot, but
sending,
I think it's
no, no.
useful information. So basically, once you land on your products, some people have been asking, what are the prices? How do I know how much it's going to cost me for 1 unit, 2 units, 100 units? And I kind of always give the same answer. The easiest way to know is by adding the products to your cart. You can always delete them, but it's really the easiest way to know, because you're going to be able to add your units and your quantities and see for the products. And I'm just going to, let's say, show you here. The range that you see here under the products, this is the cheapest that you can pay your products, like the lowest price, by adding like 100 units, and that's going to give you the lowest price for your products. And the highest one is going to be the retail price. The retail price is what they're going to be sold for on your storefront. Let's say a client lands on your storefront, on our website, that's the price that they're going to pay. Just an FYI for the prices that you see here. So if you go to your order, you add the product to your cart. And the first thing that you're going to have to do is to add the quantities. I'm just going to show you in a second. So let's say for this item that I just added, you can have the sizes here. And I want to add like a 1 in next small. You see the price here is no longer the retail price. Obviously, you're paying your artist this, like you're going to have your artist discount automatically. And this is what it's going to cost you for 1 unit. And here you can see that if you add 2 units, the price is going to drop already to 53.32 for this specific item. So already just by adding 2 units, the price per unit drops a lot. So you can do that with as many sizes as you want. It doesn't have to be all X small. You can add 2 smalls and the price is going to drop. So that's the easiest way to know how much you're going to be paying for your products. And if you don't want the item anymore, you can just click on the little garbage can next to it and it's gone. Not gone from your portal, but gone from the order. And lastly, the last tool that I wanted to show you, that it's been 2 tools, sorry, that are relatively new for us because it's not in the videos. If you go to my orders and you have placed an order here, this order is not placed, it's my open order, but I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. It's called the order view tool that we just launched. Basically, it's gonna show you the progress of your order once you have placed it. Before, you couldn't really see where your order was in the process. You could just know that it was in production, but now we have this little tool here that it's gonna allow you to see how many units are in preparation, in actual production, ready to ship, shipped. I don't have anything here because the order is not placed, but in your case, if you placed an order, you can be sure that you're gonna see your items in there. And probably we're gonna have, once it's officially launched, we're gonna have an article on the help center and probably a video also explaining all of this. So be reassured, it's gonna be clear. And lastly, the last thing, sorry, I know I spoke a lot, but in your account details, that's where you have all your like public information for your storefront, and also like your numbers and the private information. There's this little section here, the custom labels that we recently launched. That is like a major thing for us. Like so many artists have been asking for this, and I think it's like a great tool that we can now provide. Basically, before, if you're new, maybe you didn't realize, but before we had all products that were sold with our Le Galeriste label, which is great. We love it. We love our brand, but we understand that as an artist, you might want to have your own branding on your products. So we were able to launch this, which allows you to upload your own image with your own branding as your own label. And you have one option for the clothing label and one for the accessories. The accessories, I think, is just a little smaller. Somebody can tell me if that's right. But basically that allows you to have your own branding on your products, which is great. There is also an article in the Help Center that can show you how to make sure that it's the right size and the right, like the right settings for it to be in the text safe zone and everything. So if you have any questions about that, please let us know. And that's that. Thank you for listening to me. I think it's been a lot, but I think it's all useful information. And again, if you have any other questions, please write to us. I think I see the chat going up, but please write to us at team@legaleriste.com and we'll help you with any questions for the portal. Thank you.
It's really great. And it's normal. There's quite a bit of information, when you first get started, even when you've been there for a while, you still discover things,
Yeah.
Right? Jody, probably, you agree? And Daniela?
Yeah, I think there's a lot, but as also I think it's overwhelming in the beginning. Like I get sometimes that type of message that is like, there's so much to learn, so much information at the same time. And it's a learning curve. I think like Jody can say that at the beginning, maybe she was a bit overwhelmed with all of the options and everything, but now she's like super quick, super familiar with the process. And yeah, it's just like learning any new platform really.
Definitely. Yeah. And just to keep the fun in it, and it reminds us, I think it helps our human mind stay flexible, because sometimes we're like, even if it's for fun, we tend to be like, oh, I want to know it right now. There's always that voice coming through, but no, there's actually quite a wisdom in taking the time, because then you get to master it really. And you get to connect with us even more. And that's what we're here to do. Like, if you're not there asking questions, we're out of a job. Like, not only, but you know what I mean? We are meant to be the bridge for you. So we're here to accompany you along the way. And the more we connect with you guys and get your feedback, the better it is for us, because we can improve the platform and offer you so much more. Absolutely. And we're also the same way, like we're launching new features, but we're launching like the version 1. It's like a beta version. Then we're trying version 2. So we're also learning as we go, right? What works, what doesn't. So yeah, it's nice to see that, Mark. It's so fun. That's great. Yeah, that's really great. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Danielle. I feel like definitely this has touched on many, many, many valuable points. And at least now everybody knows the seeds are planted. Everything's out there. There's more YouTube videos. You'll get the recording of this. You can slow it down. You can pause it 75 times if you need to. You can take notes. You can try it with us as we do it, right? And then just see how that goes. So if we're ready, unless I've missed any questions, Catherine's like on fire answering everybody. So I think we're pretty caught up. I will let Sandrine share her advice and tips for you guys.
Hi. One last thing about the custom label is that for the garment and the accessories, it's the same size. It's just the placement that is different, because the garment custom label, it's sewn on both sides like this. But the accessory, the label is inside the seam. So you have to place your name a bit off center to make sure it's visible. So that's that. And about design, the turnaround time is usually 24 to 48 hours, depending on how many requests we receive. But I think right now it's even less than 24 hours. But the most important thing is the quality of your picture. It's really the picture you upload is the picture we'll use to create your printing file. If you took it with your cell phone, bad lighting, and half dark, no, you won't have a final product that you like, because the picture you take of your artwork is really, really, really important. And in Photoshop, you can go to image and image size. Then you see it's only 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. So it means that your image in real life is 1 inch by 1 inch. So imagine you want to print this on a full dress that is 30-inch long. So we'll have to expand the image super big to make it fit on the garment. We'll try. You see, it's really pixelated, and the final product will be like this. It will print like this. We cannot take a small image and make it less blurry. We take the file, use upload, and then we create the printing file. So the size is really important, and the best way to have a big picture is to take it with a camera, a real camera in RAW mode, and then convert it in Photoshop to JPEG so you can upload it on the website. So you have more control on the overall image, on the overall size, and also if you feel like it's missing a little brightness, you can change it in Photoshop and upload it on the website, and it's ready to go. So I think it's about that, about the quality image, really important. And I know that some of you will try the touch-up request and you're not sure what to see, or you envision something and you don't know how to say it. So you can always email me at design@legaleriste.com, and I can help you. Make up your mind and decide what to do and how to place things, because sometimes you would have to create a repeat pattern to fill the garment with your artwork. So I have an example here. So I filled with my artwork the whole garment, but let's say I want it 50% smaller. Me as a designer, I have to create something in the remaining of your image. So this is why often we create repeat pattern, but you can always email me if you're not sure what you want to have or what you want to do, and I can guide you to have the best product. So that's that. I think Julie's gone.
Yeah, hi. I was trying to find Julie. I didn't find her. So we're still waiting for her, but I think she has a lot of problem with her internet connection in the woods, in the really cold Montreal winter. I would just take a look at what she wanted to talk about.
If I could say, Sandrine, I know that you, I love what you just shared about being able to upload a file that's going to actually work for our products. I know for me, I saw a chat go through, someone said, you can't use, so should we not use our iPhone? I almost always use my iPhone. Now, I do have one of the newer iPhones, and so if you're using iPhone 8, you're not going to have the quality clearly that you would with an iPhone 12 or 13. And that's what I've noticed in that phone, is that the photographing and video quality is what continues to just get better and better. Also, when I photograph, either in a room with a lot of light, or I will take my work outside which and just make sure that I don't have shadows, but that's almost always a sure opportunity to have great light. So I have an area in my house where I literally, where that painting is right there, I take that down and I often photograph. That's like my little studio because I have such great light in this particular room. So I just thought I would share that. But if you have a camera, of course, that's wonderful. But the new iPhone or probably even Samsung, those phones are coming with really great technical ability for photographing and videotaping.
Thank you. Sorry, we're still trying to find Jodye.
Well,
She's the best one at this. As you can see, I haven't spoken in English for like the past 3 years.
On peut parler en français aussi.
Oh, I don't think they will understand. Daniela is going to take the lead a little bit to talk about our social media and Facebook community. And then we were in fact done with the webinar. Oh, Jody's coming back just in time. She will be the best at talking about the Facebook community. She's actually building it right now, and you should all receive the information pretty soon. I think it will be tomorrow, in fact. So you can stay tuned for this one. Okay, Jodye.
So you guys were still there. So it means it's me?
Yeah.
In the boonies.
Yeah.
I live in the boonies, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm not in Montreal. I'm 2 hours north in the mountains where there's so much snow and -40. And everything just boom. Everything just stopped. Well, I'm happy you guys could continue. That's great. Did the recording continue? Do you know?
Yeah, I now have the recording. We will have to do a bit of a mix.
Well, we could do part 1, part 2, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We were, Sandrine just finished talking about her part. So we were down to you with the closing argument.
The closing arguments.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, thank you. And thank you so much, Catherine. And thanks for continuing and making it happen. So yeah, we'll share, like Catherine was saying, we really want to create more of a family, a community in the very practical sense, right? So we want you guys, you're already all connected as artists, obviously, and with this co-creation and collaboration with Les Galeries, but we wanted to create a space where you can come to share and to connect, to inspire each other, to go in the nitty gritty also of like, how do you market your products? How do I do this? How do I reach out to a boutique? What do I say? Or I don't know how to make this work.
Oh, so we're still losing her. Daniela, do you want to talk about the
Sure.
social media a little bit? And then
Sure, I'm not going to be as engaging as Julie because it's really her project, but I'm familiar with it. Basically, like she said, we want to really build a family, build a community. Before, let's say, like the past few years, like artists would only communicate with us really, and we would really like to create this sense of community with Les Galeries, with the artists and everyone, you know, just like I just saw on the chat, like Katie mentioning that she has a few tips and tricks on how to photograph artworks. That's really what we're looking for just sharing tips and tricks, sharing their experience, basically like Jody just, you know, she just shared her experience, like really a way for artists to engage with each other and with us, and for us to be, you know, more aware of what artists are needing as a community and the tools that we can provide to help them achieve, you know, their goals with us. Julie's back, so I'm gonna let her continue. But I just said really like what the idea of the community of the Facebook community would be. But you can.
No, well, I think you guys, it's probably very complete already. I'm really sorry. It's usually pretty strong, so I don't have issues usually, but it happens, and happily the teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, so you'll see as it unfolds. We just launched it, so not every artist is on there, but we'll start inviting you guys as it goes, and then we'll go from there. We'll share live events, you know, and some nice connections and opportunity for connections there as well. And we'll also launch a blog very soon, so this will also be a source of inspiration and to facilitate your journey with us, and just to connect from the heart, you know, because and what gathers us here is this love of art, and it's really a heart connection that we find every single time we connect with the artists, and we want to foster that, we want to nourish that, and we want to give you the space to be able to experience that together. And what's nice about the Facebook community as well is it's going to give opportunity for artists such as Jody to become mentors, and yourselves, right? As you grow, and it won't be selected on how many years you've been with us or things like that. It's not like that at all. It'll just be more what kind of investment you want to offer, how do you see yourself, and just your natural personality and inclination. You know, if you feel you have that natural teacher in you, or that you like to share and you like to connect that way, that'll be an opportunity for you to do that as well. And I think it'll really centralize, like probably Danielle and Catherine said, like it'll help us also at customer care serve you even better, because you'll get answers from your fellow artists in a way that we can't always give you, because they're in the same boat as you are, right? So that's the hope with all this, and just to give you a good feeling, generally speaking, right? We like these spaces where we can connect that way. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining. It's always such a joy. It makes my heart feel really happy to be doing this job and to be part of this team and to connect with all of you. So thank you. Is there anything else, ladies, that you wanted to share? Thank you so much, Jody.
You're
It's such
so
a joy.
welcome. It was such a pleasure. Absolutely.
Thank you. So we'll log off and we'll send you the recording in an email and a little goodie later on too. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of day wherever you are. We appreciate you so much.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.